Again o'er stream long streaked and blue, that brings quaint thoughts as it wambles it through. It flows fair long syne and wambling along, keeps ache running over and all aboard the song. The breeze that it lapped seemed like glinting o' gold, by ages o' gunt the times it has rolled, and year after year as the June is drawn nigh, a horseman stands geared with his flag to the sky. Forehand the horsemen in yesterday line, wardens of customs come down frae alongside. Forehand the horsemen this year every year, uplifting the slogan of Terry's not here. A stream as the has a chair mo its in, it minds us of affecting days that are gain. For every summer it cries out with pride, where is my comrade, get mounted and ride? The fair, fair back, the long road it has come, a cornet there's been, we talk o' the drum, the calling to Hawick revere and acclaim the heroes that got their banner of fame. Forehand the riding men, steadfast and true, rearing on high the banner of blue, each proudly waving his flag in the air. Forehand their corners for under and hair.
For they may sing of other lands, we crack on the wild ravine, o mountain peak that soar aloft into an azure sheen, and they may tell of valleys fair, bedecked with gorgeous floors, o palm-grown isles where luscious fruits perfume the radiant towers. But gating me the hills and heath, the clouds that flex slowly, the primrose on the sunny bree, the fragrant hawthorn tree. Give me the bonny bromie now, the bun that round it rings, where plash and spark and peaceful pull and money hoots and ends. Give me my dear old father's land, my mother's Maryland home. Oh, what belonged to me and mine is buried safe in name. Fain would I see that spot again, alas, the bitter thought, how waveless on the binless age is knowing touch with all. I could not thaw the cold heart stain, the door with though the wars o'ergrown, or what is gain for God, the red man has my comrade been through weary years o' care. To bow down to a harness life my spirit could not bear. A rover I them long, long years, a rover man remain. The sight that's journeyed through the fell can ne'er its rise regain. So I man wander to the end, a faring stranger land. Content me by the stranger's fire, and clasp the stranger's hand. But through it all, betide what may, I'll cherish aye the same the fare of Hawick Common days, my long lost Scottish fame. My hungering heart will constant yearn for scenes that